Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic.
And I'm Dr. Googzilla. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You know what I haven't done in a while? And it really, in my head, I played that, and I'm B the Dova Queen. I'll be. I'll be. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. So my thing went weird for a minute. Hello. Are you there? Hello? Oh, my goodness. No! Am I deaf? I'm going deaf. Oh, goodness. We were just joking. My lighting's a little funky today, and I was like, "Are you afraid of the part of the Midnight Society?"
Tell you, our Halloween show, we're just gonna open with that. We're just gonna tell spooky stories. We
That
each
would
gotta
be
find
super.
like a 3-minute scary story.
Do you remember those? There's those books, and that just had the little short stories. And there's one where the woman had a thing around her neck, and her husband unties it, and her head rolls off.
Yeah.
One that
One of
always
those
gets.
it's called like Scary Stories. It was
I think that was it. Yeah,
I remember the artwork always being the thing that like dragged me in on that one.
yeah.
Like I
Ugh,
think they had made a movie out of them a few years ago.
creepy. So creepy. Well, we got some news and we got some comics. You want me to? I can start with some news. How about that? Well, we mentioned a few weeks ago that Dexter Resurrection is coming up, and it's going to be kicking off its premiere Friday, July 11th. It has a premiere date, and it's going to start with 2 episodes, and that'll be on Paramount Plus.
Nice.
There you go. And if you are a cable person, it will also be airing on cable, which I don't know which channel, but apparently
Cable,
on cable.
cable.
I
I
know. What is
remember cable.
that? What is
I
that?
I remember the cable boxes that had little like switch, like the dial. I'm that old.
Oh, where you were the remote?
Yeah, basically, yeah. You were the remote, and I always remember because it was like letters. So like I remember if on ours, if you took like a piece of paper, folded it up, turned halfway between G and H, held it in there, free HBO.
Oh, snap. Hey, Marilyn. Yay, good. We're
Hey,
here.
Marilyn.
That's hilarious. That's kind of the old Nintendo where you had to blow into it to make it work.
Oh yeah.
Did you know they say that didn't actually help, but I think that's bull. I think it definitely helped.
They say,
They don't
yeah, they claim it didn't help, but it worked for me.
Yeah, I disagree. You know how many times I tried taking out, putting it back in, it didn't work, and then you blow in it a few times and it works. So whatever.
And then, did you ever like put it in, but just enough so that when you clicked it down, it kind of scraped there was all these techniques
Yep.
when we were younger for the
England
for the
just
Nintendo.
right.
Voodoo
Marilyn
Lily,
says she still has
hello.
cable. Well, there you go. Depending on your channels, you might just get Dexter, although that may not be your cup of tea. It would be Voodoo's, though, even though she hasn't watched Dexter yet. Hello, Voodoo. Good to see
Like
you.
any of Dexter at all?
I don't believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, Voodoo, but I think I remember you saying you hadn't seen Dexter, and I was like, that's so surprising because it's so up your alley. But it's
Like what
also one of those
season?
things sometimes, when it gets really popular and then you just don't get around to it. And then or just kind of like, nah, I'm good.
Just
Yeah.
watch season 1, 2. I think you could skip 3, 4. That's the one with John Lithgow in it. You want to watch that one. You want to watch that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was good. It's a good show. I enjoyed it. All right. What else we got going on? Landman, apparently. I have not watched Landman. Have you heard of Landman?
I've heard of Landman. I have not watched it yet. It's one of those. It's one of those intense Tyler Sheridan shows where I really got to be in the mood. I got hooked on. I like devoured it this weekend. This show on HBO called Hacks. Have you ever heard of
Oh, what's
Hacks?
that?
It's
No.
one of Gene Smart. She won like she's won an Emmys for it, where she's kind of like an older comedian, and
Oh, this looks great.
she's living in Vegas, but they hire this young comedian to help like punch up her act, and it's kind of like the two of them going head to head, but it's like so much more than that. It was just really good, like solid show. I highly recommend that. Also, I'd like to point out that I got my beard trimmed.
Oh, there we go.
I went from grizzled prospector down to Italian lumberjack. Also, my haircut.
there's different levels of beard here.
Yes.
Voodoo said
Oh, my mother's here.
she didn't have the channel it was on, and then time passed. I get that for sure. Things like that happen where like I don't have the channel, or it comes out weekly, and I missed an episode, and then I missed all the episodes. Yeah, hello. I watched Landman. It's good.
Hello, Mom. Yeah, my mom loves that.
Oh yeah, back onto the Landman news. Apparently, for season 2, they added Sam Elliott, opposite Billy Bob Thornton. So there you go.
I now I have to catch up and watch it.
That is what I'm trying to tell you. Now you are obligated.
I'm Sam Elliott. I'm on Landman now. You're gonna watch it. You're right, Mr. Elliott.
I guess I'll have to go back and watch it. Does that mean you have to watch season 1? I think yes. I think you still have to watch season 1, even though he's not in it.
But I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's one of those Tyler Sheridan like kind of intense where you're like, all right,
yeah. Okay. I think Googs, it means
you
get to watch
a comedy right now.
You get to watch season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it goes.
Yeah, but definite plus. My mom loves the Sam Elliott. I got her the Sam Elliott Funko Pop. Do I have mine here?
Oh, I hope. Please have it available so we can show. Oh, there we go. Looks just like him. In case you guys didn't know who it was.
Droid made a Landman. I'm going to be on it now.
Yeah. Oh, he tells you to like, comment, and share. Otherwise, your friends can't be our friends.
Be sure to like, comment, and share.
That's right. Yeah. Sweet kisses. Okay, next piece of news.
What else we got?
It looks like there's a Miami Vice movie in the works, if you are a fan. And Joseph Kosinski will be directing it, apparently.
Remember the one with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx? There was another Miami Vice movie. Oh man, I don't even want to. I don't even want to know the date. I'm not gonna look it up. This is make me feel older. But I remember that one. But yeah, there's a brand new one. It's like they just need to use the theme song, and then they use the Phil Collins song.
That's right. That is all of the news that I have. There's a few obscure things that I accidentally just closed out of. So if you want to see other news, go to our Facebook page. We have Tales from the Geek. You can see all the updates.
I got a few little.
Do you have a few pieces?
First of all, Thunderbolts comes out this week.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, duh.
All right, Thunderbolts comes out this week. Comes out on Friday. There's going to be Thursday shows, but also, oh no, I'm having a brain fart. Thunderbolts. Oh, Andor season 2 started last week.
That's right. Oh yeah, we couldn't talk about. We talked about it the week before, but we couldn't talk about it because we weren't.
Yes.
Good call. That's not old news.
So here's the Andor release thing. All right. So there's 12 episodes total, but they broke them up into 3-episode arcs that they drop. So there's going to be 4 weeks. You're going to get 3 episodes. It's a full story arc, and in between each story arc, a year passes. So like tonight we'll see like 1 year later from the last one, and it's going to lead immediately into like Rogue One, the movie Rogue One. And I've got good knowledge that not tonight's, but next week's is when we're going to get introduced to K2SO, the robot from Rogue One, voiced by Alan Tudyk. Like I'm like, when's he meet him and reprogram him? I'm like, I know I've got to. My K2 is all the way over on the other side. I would have dragged him out, but yeah, that's so.
You just try to walk away and you get pulled back.
But like this show is just, it continues to be peak Star Wars. Like there's no like space wizards and lightsabers and stuff, but like to see like the human side of everything that's going on in the background to form the rebellion against the Empire, and then you really get to see, especially like last week, you get to see just how evil some of these Imperial officers get. But it's watch it tonight. I believe they drop them at 9:00, but you get 3 episodes, so you might not be able to stay up for 3 hours. Space them out, but there's always spoilers.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I plan to I got a nice piece of leftover ragu pie. I'm gonna make a night.
Right.
I'm gonna have a glass of milk. I'm gonna watch my Andor because I love my Star Wars.
Yeah, that's the move. I'm so glad you called that out. Yeah, and I was reading something about how they were talking about originally they were going to try to pull this like, stretch it out, and then they realized like, you can't, it takes a few years to make each season. So by that point we're all going to be, 20 years older.
Well,
So
a big thing that happened with the
yeah,
first season and all that was with the COVID and the lockdown.
yeah, that's true.
That's why we kind of got this long wait. It's the same thing that happened with Severance, where it was just like
Yeah.
season one, and then it was just like 3 years later, season two. But
Is it ever coming?
when are we gonna? Oh, also, there's I'm trying to think like what we missed last week. The new Predator movie by the director of Prey, the last Predator movie. I mean, we're getting this great like animated movie, but this is a live action one, and it kind of it looks like it's the story of like a young predator that's kind of been shunned by his clan, so he's been like shot off somewhere to like prove himself. And there's also Elle Fanning plays like a robot, and eagle-eyed viewers in the trailer, you can see her eyes roll back, and she's got these W's, which is the Wayland Corporation from Alien. So I can't wait to see like how they tie it all together. Like I think we're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually we're going to get another Aliens versus Predator, and hopefully done right now.
Yeah.
But oh, speaking of which,
Speaking of
speaking
which,
of Predator,
they should just give the people what they want sometimes. Just
yeah.
give us what you want, what we want.
Speaking of Predator, I don't have the book on me, but last week I forgot we were live last week. They new series, well, new miniseries, Spider-Man versus the Predator, and you're just like, oh yeah, num 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 num. That's fun.
That's all
I've
right.
not read it yet. I'm very behind because I've been prepping stuff for Free Comic Book Day,
Prep and
which
stiff.
oddly enough is this Saturday.
Ooh, should I share my screen? Because I've got something on that.
Do it.
But wait, not this yet. There. This is the first one. Then I know we got the other one. Do you want me to share that first?
Yeah, we got Free Comic Day is this yeah, there we go. And
Yeah.
for all the Dr. Googzilla fans, if you live in the Connecticut area or Massachusetts or whatever, you can come down to Legends of Superheroes in it's 28 Main Street in Oakville, Connecticut. I will be there all day. I've got my monsters, some new books, the comics I did, my Feral covers. I'll be signing and remarking those there. I'll be there all day. Plus, they got great deals on comics there, as well as a batch of free comics, which I will get to. Little special preview just for my Tales from the Geek Beat. I
Ooh.
I may be pilfered a
Oops.
few things beforehand, but this week we got a few kind of a light week because it is Free Comic Book Day week. So
Because
but
all the books are coming. They're coming soon.
book of the week is I feel is Amazing Spider-Man versus Godzilla because I love Godzilla and I love the Amazing Spider-Man. And Kyle Baker is the artist on the inside of this. And of we had Fantastic Four versus Godzilla and Hulk versus Godzilla. This one has by far the better art. Like Kyle Baker, like very Arthur Adams. Like I almost thought it was Arthur Adams until if you think, but I checked. So yeah, check this out. I believe the next one is going to be Godzilla versus the Avengers.
Oh,
But
sorry.
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're good. And from Dark Horse, we got a brand new Star Wars hyperspace stories. This involves Poe Dameron,
Ooh.
who's on he's on, let's see. Time to use my cheat sheet.
Do,
Let's
do,
see.
do.
Celebrate the 10th anniversary of The Force Awakens. Poe Dameron, Ace Resistance pilot, and droid companion BB-8 are sent to investigate a piece of First Order tech used to decode Resistance messages. Standing between them and their objective is the infamous TIE Fighter pilot. Ooh, it's like a Red Baron type situation. So check that out. Brand new hyperspace stories. Been loving these. They're kind of like little other tales. Like I miss Star Wars tales. That was the ideal one. It was like a big, juicy anthology book, and they told all these cool stories that you might have missed.
Yeah. That you're like, what
It's
happened to this random person on this random planet? Now you know.
and then I think lastly we got from Image we got Lost Fantasy. Now this is from the creators of the Indigo Children, which is a series, and also if you look up Indigo Children, they're kind of like cryptids. It's a weird, but it's an ongoing series. It's got two separate stories in it, so I'm thinking like it's kind of like a mini anthology series that will like kind of center on fantasy. So if you're into that stuff, you like a nice, give me a couple good stories, like the classic books of old, where you'd have like the main story and then a cool backup story. So check this out if you love the like fantasy sci-fi genre. But
Love
all
it.
right, so as promised, here is my sneaky peek at the
Ooh,
stuff
Goose is gonna deliver.
you'll be able to. Oh, I delivered. I delivered.
Whoa.
Now
And now for the next 2 hours, we will be
this
reading books to you.
I'll be quick. I just want to show the people, but as you can see, and this is only a small. This isn't all the books that will be available on Free Comic Day. These are the free books. These are the official Free Comic
Wow.
Book Day books that stores buy and the giveaway for free. Some stores early on in the day, you'll see like you can only choose two. So I'm hoping to like maybe help you choose your two by showing you what's there in advance, so you can like
Love
get in
it.
while the doors open and just you know.
Get snag your two.
All right, but let's go from the big two from Marvel. We got an Amazing Spider-Man Ultimate Universe, two for new comic book day. So if you're a Spidey fan, you gotta collect them all. Let's go with that. And then we also got a Fantastic Four Free Comic Day. They are rebooting the series roughly in time for the movie that's going to be coming out, which looks amazing. I
Yeah.
can't wait. So that you get Fantastic Four fans, you get that. And then we got Marvel Voices.
Ah.
It's an Ironheart, I believe, a Storm story. So if you're going to get that, let's see. And then, okay, going over to the distinguished competition, we got Superman, Good Guy Gang. This one's a Superman story aimed more towards the young adult,
All
younger.
right, Xavier, just for you, right?
Exactly. Maybe I won't return this one to the shop. Maybe it'll find
That's
its way to
right.
Texas. And
If
then we
so,
got it.
send one of those Godzilla Spider-Man too.
All right, will do. All in. It's a 2025 special. It's a Superman Unlimited. Nice Superman story. All right, let's see. All right, of course, we got a Conan. Always got to have a Conan book.
Ooh.
So check that out. Ah, this is my favorite. Okay, there we go. If you're a Transformers fan, you've been loving the Transformers GI Joe series by Skybound and Image. You'll want to pick up the Free Comic Book Day Energon Universe. It's got a really cool. Where could I put these without dropping them? Because I want to show you great wraparound cover.
Whoa, I love it.
Yep. Transformers fans will know that's Hound, the
Oh,
Army Jeep,
that's
and
great.
I believe that might be, I think it's Bazooka, or that might be Lieutenant Falcon. But so you're gonna get a Transformers GI Joe story in this one. I'm gonna want to pick that up, Transformer GI Joe fans. All right. And speaking of, and one other cute one. It's got here you go. Here's the kids friendly Transformer one. First appearance of Ballpoint, a Transformer that transforms into a pen.
That is what everybody needs.
It's called Transformers Worst Bot Ever. So if you got kids are gonna love that one. And
Come
then
on, it's the best bot ever. What are they talking about?
back to the '80s, we got our Thundercats, and '90s we got Powerpuff Girls.
Oh,
So kind of a team up book for Free Comic Day. So you're gonna want to check that
that's
out if you're a fan
fun.
of either of them. Let's see, and of course, Minecraft movies being very successful. We've got a Minecraft book,
You gotta have a book.
Minecraft the manga. So be sure to pick that up if you're a Minecraft fan. And Star Wars, we got a nice is another one for kids. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. So check that out. Okay, let's see. Scotty Young fans, you got I Hate Fairyland from Image. You got that free comic book day. You can pick up for free. Okay, and then if you're into Boom
Boom.
Studios, they do put out a lot of good books, like Something Is Killing the Children. This is kind of a sampler pack, free comic book day. A
Hmm.
couple new stories in there. So you're a big fan of Boom, check that out.
They're trying to get you hooked on one of them, then you can.
Yep. Archie fans, fear not.
Oh,
We got
I love
Archie's
Archie.
Comic Spectacular, free comic book day book. Also, we got Sabrina.
Of course.
So check that out, my Archie fans. All right, and then Mark Spears has been killing it with his monster series.
Oh, that looks
Like
cool.
each issue that has gone to like fourth, fifth printings. So here's the free comic book day one. I love how it's designed like a VHS cover. You got the Be Kind, Rewind,
Mm-hmm.
all the stickers in stereo. So you want to check that out. Then
How do you rewind it? How do you do it?
I don't know. Let me take a deep breath. Let it comics. Okay, Power Rangers Prime from Boom. You're a Power Rangers fan. You gotta get your copy, free comic book day copy of this. Let's see. And then Gargoyles, Disney's Gargoyles, which was a show very near and dear to me because when I was younger, it was the show me and my mother would watch. It was kind of like at the end of the Disney afternoon when they got like serious Gargoyles, which so check that out. Yep, Demona, Voodoo Lily knows. So you're gonna want to grab that if you're a Gargoyles fan and a completionist. All right, and then we got okay. Where are my Gundam fans at? Gundam's got its own, I believe, from T- Tamashi Nations.
Not everybody yell at
Uh,
once in the chat.
but you get yourself you got a Gundam free comic book day. Okay, and then oh wait, I totally wanted this to be the last one, but I think I have a serious one for the last one. But all right, where my 80s, where my Gen X at? Here we go. Death Leopard's Hysteria, free comic book day edition.
Oh,
So there
look,
you
she
go.
got you
Check
on
that
the
out.
Gundam wing.
And then if you're a lover of the history of comics, I know our producer Rick would love this one. Here we go. Will Eisner, a comics biography, a preview of the complete biography, a little taste of the bigger the actual book that will be coming out. But if you don't know Will Eisner, he's one of the legends of comics. He did The Spirit as well as many other things. The Eisner Awards every year in San Diego. That's this
That
Eisner,
guy. It's that guy.
So if you're into the history of comics and artists and stuff, there you go. We even got you covered there. I want the Gargoyles. My mom wants the Gargoyles. Well, let's just say maybe that copy doesn't go back to the shop for free comic day.
Hey, Googs, which two would you pick if you could only pick two?
Okay, if I could only pick two, okay,
Mhm.
the Transformers GI Joe and the Spider Man.
Oh, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
got to
Gotta
go
be.
for the Spider Man. But the boom one, I'm a huge fan of them. And Transformers worst spot ever. I mean, I'm an
That looks
artist.
so funny. I
I'd
love that.
love a Transformer that was a pen. I'd love a pen that was. You know what? I actually had a pen when I was younger that had like arms and legs.
See? It
I
was a
I miss those
transformer.
days so much.
You were ahead
But
of your time.
so there you go, folks. That's a good sample of what is will be at your local comic shops this Saturday, because Free Comic Book Day is always the first Saturday in May. So this Saturday, go to your local comic shops. Go to
Do
many sometimes because sometimes they do limit you, or if you go by the end of the day and they just want to just get rid of them. But the good stuff might be gone before then. Like what I
That's why
showed
you
you.
go first
Yeah,
and
you
then you
get there
circle back around.
and yeah, if there's multiple comic shops in your vicinity, you do the circuit. You do the circuit. It's like a bar crawl. But as stated, I will be at Legends of Superheroes at Oakville, Connecticut. It is a great comic shop.
Sorry.
Tons of back issues, which I feel like you can always judge a comic shop by the amount of back issues they have. If they just got a wall of like new releases, and it all depends on how they stack them on the shelf. If they just stacking them and they're bending over and but that's the collector me. But Legends of Superheroes, great. It's in an old warehouse, so it is. It's in an old factory. Beautiful layout, plenty of room filled with back issues as well as wall books and more expensive books, toys, and all that. Plus, I will be there on Saturday as well as my good friend Frank Malik. I'll be set up. I'll have all my monster accoutrement. You can adopt a monster. You can buy my new book, The ABCs of Monster Noises. It's going to be a fun day, and if anybody can make it to my neck of the woods, be glad to see you. Drop a Tales from the Geek nod, and I'll give you a free sticker.
That's right. And also, Goog said they have back issues for days, so you better get some of those comics so you can relieve the load off their
Exactly. And there's
back.
gonna be sales. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Free comic book day, other than like around the holidays, kind of the best time to go to the stores. Not only for the free comics, but for the sales, like back
Yeah.
issue sales, wall books. Trust me. Trust me. Do it. And like Rick says, visit every store you can because you just want to
Yeah.
get all those free comic day books.
Yeah, that's it. So have fun this weekend. And, don't forget to like, comment, and share. We love your friends to be our friends to be your friends. One big happy family. Goog's quadfecta.
Okay. 1,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
4.
I really shouldn't do this
You
one
just
last.
started with
Should have
5.
started that. Okay. Little extra love. Goodbye,
With the
everybody.
heart.
Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.
Bye.